You're good.
All right. So, Keelan, thank you very much for doing this writing prompt with me and for having this conference today. One of the first things I'd like to know is, what do you like about your writing piece that you can talk to us about?
I liked that I had a lot of details from like the videos to support like my writing and a lot of evidence to like help support what I was thinking.
Okay, cool. All right. So you felt like you used a lot of strong evidence throughout your writing, and
Yeah.
that helped to strengthen it.
Mhm.
Cool. Okay. So here are some things that I noticed as I was reading through your piece. One thing is, I noticed that you are using very specific paraphrased evidence,
Yeah.
especially in the beginning of your essay about the ivory and then also about Walter Palmer. Now, I thought it was really cool that you chose to paraphrase rather than using direct quotes.
Yeah.
I could still tell where the information was coming from, and it was concise. It made a lot of sense, so I thought that was really good. One thing that I was wondering about, though, as I was going through, is how could you make your point a little bit clearer to your reader? What do you think you could do?
Probably state it more and definitely give more evidence on why I thought that and why I feel that way.
Okay, all right. So you feel like you could state it more clearly?
Yeah.
And where would you state it more clearly?
Probably at the end of my story.
Okay, so having it at the end here. Okay. Now, also, sometimes when we're looking for a point, we look for it in the beginning too, and beginning and end are kind of a mirror, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're thinking maybe for next time, you would make sure that your point is very clear at the end and then also at the beginning, you'd be good to go,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, and how would you need to discuss your evidence to contribute more toward that point? What are some things that you should do you think?
Probably take more out of the stories and stuff and more facts that they had in the stories.
Okay, so
That's my writing.
to take the facts and then to discuss them a
Yeah.
little bit more fully?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. All right. So in terms of the rubric, where your piece fell is it fell right here.
Okay.
Okay? So you did have a lot of really strong evidence. You paraphrased it, which is perfectly fine, and it was very strong. But like you were saying, maybe you should discuss a little bit more on the evidence and just make sure that your main point is clearly stated, and that will help to move you on up.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So based on what we talked about here, what is something that you notice in your writing, what's a goal that you can set for yourself?
To add more detail with it, and probably like I felt like I was kind of all over the place with what I was saying, so maybe have it more organized.
Okay, all right. So making sure that you have more details and then also that you're organized throughout.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then based on what I told you, what's a second goal that you might set for yourself?
I'll have more like details and evidence from the story,
Mhm.
and I'll make my point clearer
Okay,
in the beginning and the end.
awesome. Okay, well, thank you very much for
Thank
having this
you.
conference. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.